Hello, hello, Eric Pearson. And so, you know what? I just felt like talking tonight about this whole rideshare 2.0 movement. So, what the hell is it? Why? The companies that are involved? What is really happening? And who the hell am I to be talking about it in the first place? So, I just wanted to come back and both reinforce the reasons why I got involved, why I am involved, and my viewpoint on our responsibility as individuals that care about the rideshare industry and the quality of the rideshare industry, and to promote and support much needed change. So, I mean, how did I even get here? Why am I even talking about rideshare? Well, I'm one of those guys that, in 2015, I got a new car and I thought, I do a lot of part time mechanic work outside of my regular job. And it was one of those things where I'm tapped into my local neighborhoods. I know who needs rides, etc. And here I have a new car. And so I thought, well, what the hell? This is a great way to leverage a new car and earn a little bit extra money and make it convenient. Right? Well, the apps and the launch of the rideshare service made that impossible. There was no ability to turn on the app or schedule or do anything to potentially allocate a ride tomorrow, for example, from the lady across the street, as another example. So certainly kind of nipped my strategy in the ass, just kind of cut it off cold turkey. It was my first thank you to Uber. Well, so what the heck is Rideshare 2.0? Again, the industry is in need of some significant change. We have criminal activity. We have questionable quality. We have unsafe riding conditions. We have unsafe driving conditions. We have poor background checks, if any background checks. And you know what? Those are the targets. Okay, those are the things that have to be improved. Well, what about some bigger, much bigger, more important financial issues? Rate hikes, surcharges. There are things that Uber and Lyft are doing to capitalize on the services that are being provided by others in their own cars. Definitely some significant challenges to the way people are being treated by Uber and Lyft as drivers. I mean, that is in fact their resource to their income. Okay, now let's get even bigger, more holistic. Let's talk about the money these companies are making. What if the ride fare stayed local? Does everybody realize that Uber and Lyft are taking money from all over this nation, sucking it into their little entity in California, and then divvying out the little pieces back to the drivers that have earned it? Just stop and think about what happens to the money when every fare is going into the bank account of the driver giving you the ride. That means everything spent in the rideshare industry stays local. It stays in your banks. It stays in your credit unions. It stays in your cities. This is so big that it has Uber and Lyft running scared. It has Uber and Lyft spying on some of the new companies that are trying to create momentum and introduce themselves to what is an existing market, an existing service. And this is where it gets interesting, because the Uber and Lyfts of the world, they've got some chess pieces in play, right? They have the ability to weather some storm, weather some activity. How about the fact that they can afford to cause interference? How about they can afford to challenge the business models of other companies? How about they can completely plaster social media and the rideshare community with propaganda that negates the changes that are needed. I should, hopefully I'm not saying anything new. I mean, this is just big business. Billions of dollars are at stake. And if you don't think it is a significant chess game, you know, there's just, whew, maybe this is the trigger to get you to think a little bit more holistically. So again, who the hell am I and why am I even talking about rideshare? I mean, I went down the road briefly until it didn't work for me, and then I didn't do it anymore. So I got involved originally with a company called Trip. And Trip is going to absolutely bless riders and drivers if they can ever get out of the gate. So why aren't they getting out of the gate? Are apps really that hard to develop when they already exist? Probably not. But they had a strategy. And that is what I'm here to discuss, because I believe in the strategy. And the strategy has to do with the fact that this is an existing rider community. We have a service that we're providing to people that are fully aware that Uber and Lyft are there at the snap of their fingers to take care of them in their riding needs. Any new company that introduces themselves to a market that snaps their fingers and doesn't deliver is a failure. So what this company was trying to do, and what we are trying to do as people that are brand ambassadors and people that are supporting this amazing change to a corrupt, broken, you know, let's face, they've done an amazing job creating an industry, but it's time to fix the challenges. It's time to improve the security. It's time to improve the money that drivers make for the work they've done to grow the freaking industry in the first place. Uber and Lyft aren't really helping their driving community out, except for getting them into newer vehicles that they can't afford, not even educating them on the depreciation and the value. I mean, there aren't too many drivers out there that really know exactly what they need to be driving for every day to stay in the green. And to me, that's offensive, because they are the reason these companies exist. They're the reason the stockholders are making money. They're the reason the entire revenue stream exists today. So not educating them, not teaching them about the costs and expenses of doing business for them is a problem. Now, again, back to who I am. So I got involved with Trip originally because there was a network marketing constituent. Here was a company that was going to rock every naysayer, every negative skeptic, all the shit that's out there about the greatest industry in the world, network marketing. Because the second Trip decided to network market a service, it was going to change everything. Okay? So that changed, but my love for the industry and my desire to see this ride share industry improve is right at the top of my agenda. The top of everything I do every day. And sure, you know, I honestly believe that every driver I get to meet, every rider that is in the industry today that decides to embrace the information that I am promoting and sharing is going to grossly benefit. And that's available for people to benefit for free. Whether you're a rider or a driver. Okay, because what we're really trying to do, and what Trip is trying to do, is make sure that they have a rider, or excuse me, I'm sorry, that they have a driver community, you know, an arsenal of drivers waiting in the queue. Why? Okay, now this is why it is so important. See, what Uber and Lyft have done is they've created a riding community that is on call, right? When they snap their fingers, they need a ride. So if any company goes out there and cannot provide the ride when that ride is requested, they fail. And they will fail miserably. And I would guess that the big two will plagiarize, market, slander, and advertise all over the world those failures. So that's what we're up against. And as drivers, I mean, you get signed up for free. You get a referral ID that allows you to continue to educate the driving community, all of which is going to benefit you long term. But you are going to get nothing until this company can launch under this strategy of deployment. I mean, I have some riders, or excuse me, I have some drivers that recognize that and literally just started talking to every driver that they were running into every day. And the benefits to those drivers are amazing when Trip launches. So in some cases, I almost want to talk about some of the competition that is lurking in the marketplace, because financial challenges that are attached to network marketing companies are the reason why Trip has stumbled, because they need more money. They need to continue to develop what has got to be the greatest rideshare app I have seen. And network marketing companies can't get any financing or funding. I mean, it's just unfortunately kind of the way the world works, because when network marketing companies are successful, they kind of create their own banking economy. And banks don't like that. Who would if you were a bank? So we now have an opportunity to basically support a company that is trying to open, because the company recognizes these market challenges. They recognize that you can't leave drivers with, waiting hours in the parking lot for the next airport ride. So they were limiting the number of drivers in every municipality. They basically were targeting thresholds well below what Uber and Lyft continue to pile in. Come on, drive for us, while people are sitting in airport parking lots for 4 hours waiting to get another ride. So those are some of the other big fixes that will happen, because there's no point in saturating a market from the driver standpoint. Because if drivers can't get rides, it's just as much a failure as leaving a rider on the curb waiting for the ride. So I hope this has made a little bit of sense. My name's Eric Pearson. I am a huge proponent, advocate, sharer of network marketing opportunity. I believe it's got to be the quintessential piece of the saving piece for lower middle class in the United States. And if you're upper class, don't be ashamed. Jump on board with me, because I love to farm up. But here we go. We have, that is the strategy of Trip. That is how the company is going to open. Riders, drivers, free accounts, free ability to earn 40 cents for every ride the person that you share the app with rides in the future. There's just a whole referral-based program attached to, and it's just 100% affiliate relationship or affiliate marketing, and you can take it on for free. I mean, if somebody knows anybody that is riding or driving in this industry, you just sign up. You just get registered. You get your referral ID. You can grab my link below. You're done. I mean, it's a matter of 10 minutes, and share the wealth. Because the sooner this rideshare industry changes, the safer the rideshare industry will be. Peace out.